This is Steve Matson with Mile High Mortgage Taylor. Today I'm going to talk to you about the long-term appreciation rates in residential real estate in the Denver, Colorado Springs, and Boulder area. So although there's always short-term fluctuation in the market, there's been a long-term trend in the U.S., but especially in Colorado, for price appreciation. Colorado has typically outpaced the national average with appreciation. The data I'm going to present to you today goes back from the late 1970s, and I've got two sources. One's going to be the Federal Reserve Housing Price Index, and the other one is a software that we use here at Mile High Mortgage Taylor called MBS Highway. So what I'm going to give to you first is the appreciation rates based on those two sources for the Denver metro area, the Boulder metro area, and the Colorado Springs metro area. So first, as you'll see on the screen, Denver, based on FRED data, which I'll post also below in the content below, the FRED data, the appreciation rate for Denver for the last 30 years is 5.51%. Based on the software we have with MBS Highway, it is 4.68%. And then for Boulder County, the Federal Reserve Housing Price Index, also known as FRED, is 5.39%. For MBS Highway, it's 4.829%. Finally, Colorado Springs, the FRED data, which is a little bit less. As you know, the housing in Colorado Springs is a little lower median price, but for FRED, it's 4.73%, and for MBS Highway, that's 4.181%. So I want to give you, looking into this, there's this, based on this historical data, there's good indication that we'll continue the trend. A lot of it's going to depend on supply and demand in the metro area. And what I like to look at is population forecasts. Obviously, there's a lot of constraints with building right now, with supply chains and construction, but also looking at the long-term forecasts, you can take a look at what's the population forecast for the Colorado area, and a good source for that is CDOT, and I'll post that in the link below, where their forecast for the Denver metro area is moving forward in the future decades. But I'm going to give you a couple of additional scenarios. Say, for example, you had a $500,000 house. It appreciates at 4% over the next 30 years. Your house will be worth $1.621 million, and that's a 3.243 times the value of when you purchased it. So you're going to more than triple the price of the home at that 4% interest rate. So let me give you another even more conservative estimate for home price appreciation. So say you have a $500,000 home, it appreciates at 3% over the next 30 years. That house will be worth $1.213 million, and it will be worth 2.427 times its value after those 30 years. So you'll see these numbers on the screen here, but anyway, what I'm saying here is, even with conservative estimates, you need a place to live, and there's been a strong trend towards price appreciation over the last 30 plus years in Colorado, and it seems like a very strong and safe investment moving forward. If you have any questions, or if you want me to look into data for your local area, let me know. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get you home.